Well, Rob, the summer's here and it's time for Shorts for Summer,
Yay!
our new format where we do ultra short stories just in time for that short attention span that you have during those long summer months where the days are long and you're out and eating ice cream and you're wearing shorts. That's part of where we got the name from. And,
Alan?
yeah.
Yeah. This is coming out after the summer.
After the summer.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it because I happen to be wearing short pants right now. Very, very short pants, very hot pants almost. But I just wanted to let you know that this is coming out more in a sweater weather kind of time of year.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we can adapt it. There's shorts for is there any kind of holiday that would be in the fall period that would start with a sh?
Shalloween? Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Both of those. Yes, it's perfect for those, Rob.
Veterans Day?
Oh, can you believe what I don't get is why everybody doesn't celebrate Shindigenous People's Day instead of the very offensive Columbus Day.
Oh, that is true.
It's time for a thrilling story of romance, adventure, mystery, anything with an expired copyright. It's time for another Interrupted Tale.
Hello, and welcome to the show that usually ends. Another episode of Interrupted Tales, the podcast where my friend and I take turns reading stories to you, the listener, while the other person constantly interrupts. As always, I am Rob, and I'm joined tonight by my main weather vane, Alan. How are you, Alan?
I'm pointing due north, Rob.
Uh-oh. That means trouble's brewing.
Yep, something wicked this way comes.
Well, not from
it's
today's
the porn parody.
Pointing north.
We couldn't get pointing north for it. No, we had to get someone less capable.
Dirk Handsome. Well, we have an unrelated tale. It's not weather related, but weather is important to trains, right? Somewhat. Yeah.
I don't. I haven't asked them how they feel about it lately.
Oh, Thomas.
I mean, it's really just small talk, isn't it?
Well, this week you're gonna have a chance to ask a train a question because we're gonna read a tale of the rails from the January 1910 issue of Railroad Man's Magazine. Yeah, another classic Railroad Man's Magazine story.
Just a Pullman passenger, AMA.
This one's called that is not the right title for what I'm looking at. All right. This one's called Large Salary Too Small by the magazine itself. The magazine wrote this story. No author.
Well, wow, machine learning really going for it.
Steam learning.
You saw Large Salary Too Small, didn't you?
No, I only saw the first movie in the series, Large Salary Small.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Yeah, I did. I didn't realize it was a sequel. I just thought it was a very enjoyable Andre the Giant and Danny DeVito film.
How many movies could Danny DeVito possibly do with a big, huge guy?
Well, every movie he's ever been in, relatively.
Did you ever see that Christmas movie he made, the Deck the Halls? It's horrible, but he's married to Kristen Chenoweth in that. And I'm like, okay, that's perfect. They should be married in every movie. She's tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, but also very attractive, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, no. Well, looks wise, no. He's a horrendous troll beast, and she's a beautiful lady.
No, we're not going to know.
No, I love Danny DeVito. Nothing against either the DeVito.
Right, and so does Rhea Perlman, I'm sure.
Not anymore. Oh, you've
no?
not read the news in the past couple years, have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
When do you think Jen and Brad are going to make it?
Alan, I'm going to get you a subscription to Us Weekly.
Okay, great.
All right. It's time to pull up your favorite boxcar, hop on board with your bindle, start a fire with some canned beans.
I don't think that's how fire makers work, but
Well, no, I mean start a fire with a can of beans right next to you. You're with the bean.
I see what you're saying. If you have an open flame, the can of beans can start the fire. I got it. I understand.
They just need a flint and some
Yep,
determination.
no, I get it. Yep.
Well, grab yourself some hooch too while we read you this week's tale. When A.B. Stickney, president of the Chicago and Great Western Railroad, was owner of a small railroad in the West, he had a vacancy as station agent, which was worth $80 a month. Looking around for a suitable man to take the place, he selected Tom Jones, a youngster who was getting $40 a month on another railroad for a similar position.
Well, that's not unusual, Rob.
What is
To get
unusual?
$40 a month.
Oh, yeah?
Hold on, let me try that
Yeah.
one. It's not unusual, Rob, to get $40 a month.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Let me see. Still trying to work in how I do a sex bomb here, but
You don't want to say train bomb. That's not going to sound right.
no, it doesn't go over well at the old Amtrak.
Jones was a bright young man, and he jumped at the chance to double his salary.
Ladies, welcome to the club car. Tom. Tom's a naughty stowaway who can't afford a train ticket unless you stiff dollar bills in his britches. Come on, give it up for Tom.
He also happens to dance to Tom Jones songs.
Sex bomb.
After a time, his work made such a good impression on his new employer that he was taken into the office of the president, and his salary was raised to $100 a month.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Tom, hey, come on in. I hear you've been doing some great work in our R&D department. Now, this idea of yours where we charge the same for a trip as a plane ticket, but it takes 6 to 7 times as long, that's some brilliant stuff. I gotta tell you.
And you know what? We're going to give it an awesome name, like a Acela, that just makes you think it goes fast. Quiet cars that aren't quiet. This train thing is really going to work out for this country. I know it.
Hey, we're going to do a special service. We're going to call it Super High Speed Rail between DC and New York, and it gets there 10 minutes early. We changed the whole right of way, and it shaves 10 minutes.
You miss one station, people are going to line around the block for it. He made good in his new position, and he was raised again to $1,500.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. That's like a iPhone XS Max that you get to eat and sleep in over the course of 1 year.
It's actually 2 years until you, unless you upgrade within the year. So yeah, good luck.
Well, no, I mean, of course. I mean, you got to keep the contract or they evict you early from your iPhone XS Max.
Hey, but this is 1910. Back then, an iPhone XS was like 10 iPhone XS's, and we could live in those, right?
I've lost track of even what we were making a joke about.
Mr. Stickney began to notice that Jones received callers in the office, who sometimes stood talking for a long time. Let me do that again. Sorry, I'm really...
No. It's as opposed to the other ones who sat and were very quick.
One day, after such a visitor had gone, Mr. Stickney said, "Tom, who was that man?" Jones was evidently worried. A careworn look settled on his countenance. "That man," he said, "was trying to collect a bill from me."
Which I have to say, I was all for, by the way. I said, here, take them. I didn't feel like paying them anyway. But for some reason, he didn't like that.
Pass the buck, not the bill, Alan.
Hey, Rob, take my bill, please.
And he brought out of his pants a 10-inch bill.
Oh, okay. It's a weird way to measure a bill, but okay. I'm not, Pepco usually doesn't send me those in inches.
"How much do you owe?" asked his boss. "I don't know," replied Jones.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of the current kidney to dollars exchange rate.
Do you get more money if you don't know when it's coming? Like if they just extract it from you and leave you in a bathtub? Do you get anything for that?
Well, they have to deduct the cost of the lipstick on the mirror.
Because they got to write you a note. Yeah. That's
Yes,
just common courtesy.
Of course they have to. That's legally binding that they have to write you a note.
Don't you have enough salary to live on?
I mean, I know we don't pay full minimum wage, but you're supposed to make that up in tips. Have you tried unbuttoning your vest a little? Maybe dangle your watch fob suggestively?
Have you tried a jollier angle for your hat? No? How about this stripper car? Have you tried that, Jones? We got some boys making a lot of money right now.
Well, it was weird because it was just a cart, to be honest, that I was riding on top of, and people were ordering Sprites, so I really wasn't sure whether I was supposed to stop my routine or not.
It's when they start throwing coffee, that's when you stop. Well, I don't know how it is, was the answer. But when I got $40 a month, I was able to live and pay my bills. Now I can't make ends meet.
Yeah, now they inflated the cost of what do real men?
What do real men want?
Yeah, yes. I mean, what do real men want is the topic explored by the 1987 comedy Real Men, starring James Belushi and John Ritter.
Was Bronson Pinchot had a cameo in that?
No, this is a real movie. This is not.
Wait,
this is not our fake podcast.
What? There's an
Rob.
actual movie called Real Men?
No, it's called Real Men.
Oh, Jesus. You're asking people to remember a John Ritter, James Belushi movie from 1987 called Real
No, I'm
Men.
asking people to look it up on Twitter like I did to make the joke, okay? I put in the effort. Why don't they?
Damn listeners. Why don't they try?
Ugh.
Find out how much you owe, was Mr. Stick.
Real men don't wear
Plaid.
plaid.
No, real men don't eat quiche.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's actually, but that is better. That's probably what I was thinking.
Yes, real men. The
To be
80s
honest.
classic book.
Well, you know, Rob,
Mm-hmm.
you know what they say.
What do
Rob,
they say, Alan?
Real men don't eat quiche because they can't afford it on their salaries of $40 a month.
That works. That works. Find out how much you owe, was Mr. Stickney's rejoinder, and let me know what it is.
Yeah, we'll itemize your receipts. Wait, why are you paying for both Hulu and Hulu Plus?
I like options.
Yes, who doesn't enjoy seeing the same AARP ad placed 3 times in a row because they didn't have any other ads sold for that segment?
I
don't know that that's true anymore. I haven't listened.
Yeah,
to
I've never
Hulu in a while.
I've never actually subscribed to the ad supported version of Hulu because not to humble brag, but I can afford the extra $3.
Or also because it is incredibly offensive to be paying money to get those bad ads.
Oh, but Alan, you pay money for cable and that has advertisements.
Yeah, I sure do. Hey, thank you for pointing that out, that the future is going to be as horrible as the past. I'm sorry I ever was optimistic.
Jones presented to Mr. Stickney the next day an itemized statement.
Well, you shouldn't do that. That's monkey behavior. That is not human stuff.
Yeah, I also have a very strict don't present before 3 dates rule.
Right. And when it's your boss, I'd say 5 dates.
Easy. I mean, we live in a society, people. All right? Jones presented to Mr. Stickney the next day an itemized statement showing that he owed $150. His employer presented him with a check for that amount. There, he said, pay up and your increased peace of mind ought to make you that much more valuable to the railroad.
Yes, that's a peace of mind. That's a big indicator on your yearly performance review. Hey, what's your peace of mind increase on a year-over-year basis? Have you gotten over that Game of Thrones ending yet? That's a big KPI. So are you getting some on a regular basis? Or do we need to do something about it? It's very important to the company.
Is there an itemized receipt that I need to put in for doing it? Does that help me get extra?
Listen, we reimburse you for mileage, and you take that however you want.
I shall increase your pay to $1,800. Do you think you can live on that? Oh, yes, I can do that all right, replied Jones.
Oh, yeah, I can leverage that into multiple credit card bankruptcies. Thanks.
Hey, it's 1910. Let me speculate on some oil, too.
Yep. I predict the stock market's going up and up and up for the next 19 plus years.
Oh, I just hey, I got a stock tip for you, Alan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know those bikes with the big wheel? Yeah, it's the future. Sky's the limit on those. All right, people are gonna be riding those for a century.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
Also, child workers. Got a whole big mess of kids in my truck to take to the factory. They're going to be making the money for me. It's this new thing called mining.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. They go into the mines and they tear rocks out and make you money.
Yep. I'm not sure I have a rejoinder to that. It almost sounds horrible. It's sort of not really a joking matter. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 1910. There's always more kids, right?
Yep. Well,
soon after that, Mr. Stickney sold the road. He and Jones parted company, and he forgot the man whom he had boosted along into a good position. 10 or 15 years later, he was in the Canadian Northwest with a party of friends.
oh, yeah, what happens in Prince Rupert, British Columbia stays in Prince Rupert, British Columbia, because you get iced in during the winter months and nothing goes anywhere.
Plus, about half those people are going to eat berries, and they're going to come out with fewer parties. That's all I'm saying. Smaller parties.
The red berries.
No. Which berries are the less poisonous berries in general? Is there a rule of thumb?
Well, don't eat red berries. Yeah, that's the rule of thumb.
Strawberries.
They're not berries.
They're not? It's in the name. What are they? Melons? Very small melons? Bud fruit?
They're fruits.
They're all fruits.
Let's see.
They don't have stones.
The strawberry is not. Excuse me, Rob.
Yes.
The strawberry is not, from a botanical point of view, a berry.
Oh!
Technically, it's an aggregate accessory fruit, meaning that the fleshy part is derived not from the plant's ovaries, but from the receptacle that holds the ovaries, which is not a good opener on Tinder. And by that I mean don't offer to open the receptacle that holds the ovaries.
Well,
it does not work.
Isn't it rude not to offer, though? Even if you know it's not possible?
Yes, I mean, depending on your point of view, yes.
Yeah, I think so. At a small station where his train stopped, he saw a smiling, gray-haired man who looked familiar. They looked at each other. Then Mr. Stickney put out his hand. "Hello, Jones. Is that you? What are you doing here?" he asked.
Oh, what's a polite way to say running from creditors? I'm on a fiscal sabbatical.
I'm pre-liquid.
Oh, that is not. No, you listen. You say that on Tinder, then they ban you. No,
nobody wants that. "Station agent," replied Jones. "How much?" queried the railroad president. $50.
Yeah, it's a pay cut, but I really believe in the work.
This is going to be the best station ever. Trains are going to run, only a couple hours late. The bathrooms will be, bus station level, but no worse. And
no worse, definitely not worse.
Yeah, and this.
Well,
I mean, some days it depends how many trains. I can't control the number of trains that come in. I can't.
Right.
And
what? How could I? I only get paid $50.
"Can you live and pay your bills?" "Yes, getting along bully," replied the man who could not make ends meet on $1,500 a year. Then they both laughed.
Billionaires are such nice guys. So nice of them to recognize that us common people can't be trusted with more money than the bare minimum to survive.
Here, gentlemen, here's to capitalism.
Yeah, you guys are great.
The end. Wow, I kind of feel like that's the first joke that we've ever done as a tale on this podcast.
Well, some might say that the jokes are very hard to come by on our podcast, Rob. So that's not surprising at all.
That is true, but we're not here to make jokes, Alan. We're here to learn something. What do you think the particular moral that someone could learn from the story is?
Okay, all right. Next time you want to raise, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ask the repo man to come directly to your office. Just see what happens. Call in HR. Make sure it's during a board meeting.
Nobody's going to notice a shifty-looking guy with a lot of tattoos and a mohawk come in. And
No. You want them to notice, Rob. That's how you get the raise.
There's no argument here. We have learned this directly from the railroad men themselves.
You don't have another moral you'd like to share?
Oh,
with
I
us?
do, actually. I do have a moral. My moral is... I don't. Give me a second. I was hoping I could come up with something on the ramp up there.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I got something.
Hey, folks, it's the summer. What do you expect?
That's right. I'm kicking back in my hot pants. Got a mojito.
Sure.
next
Yeah,
to
you
me.
can only have those during the summer. Then they take them off the menu. Just
That's right.
take them off and then put pumpkin spice cocktails on. So
Oh.
get them while you can, people.
Ugh. Pumpkin spice cocktail sounds yummy. There's a lot of flavored vodkas out there, Alan. Have you tried pumpkin spice vodka?
Have I turned 23 lately? No,
It's got gold.
I
It's got
haven't.
bits of real pumpkin floating in it.
Oh God.
All right. Well, I don't know any other morals of the story. I guess you could learn that people should know their place. And just because you think you can make the big money doesn't mean you should be making the big money. So don't try and get a pretty crappy job on the railroad. Life will be okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't aim too high. That's my point.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right, Rob. Thank you for that. Words of wisdom to live by.
Just trying to let people to know their place. Just letting them know that they need to
Sure.
know where they are in the world.
Don't expect too much. Yep.
Well, I hope that everybody's learned something today. And I think that wraps it up for this week's episode. Tune in next time, everybody, for another exciting Interrupted.
Hello, everyone. I've called this all hands meeting, and I'm afraid I've got terrible news. I've doubled all your salaries, and you're definitely going to blow it on amphetamines and die in wretched filth like the untrustworthy class of people that you are. I'm very sorry you're not better folks like me.
Tail.